everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Easton Park Talk. I'm here with Maria Glaister of Four Paws Pet Sitting.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell me about what you do in the neighborhood.
Well, I have been pet sitting now for almost 3.5 years for Easton Park.
Okay.
I've been into, I wanted to be a vet when I was younger, but kind of grew out of that.
Okay.
So now I'm just watching pups and cats and whatever animals I can watch in the neighborhood. And yeah, it's been amazing.
I love that.
It's been awesome.
It's a great neighborhood for that. It seems like everyone has a pet.
Yes, everybody.
And so when you're pet sitting, because there's a lot of pet sitters in the neighborhood, which is great, right?
Yes.
Find what's good for you. Do you go to people's houses and pet sit, or do you have them have pets come to your house? Like, how does it work?
So I do boarding, which would be in my house, and that's $70.
Okay.
And then I do
night, $70 per night.
Yes, per night. And then I do overnights at neighbors' homes, and that's $120 a night.
And you stay there?
Yes, overnight I stay. And then I do walking, drop-ins for like just quick feedings and quick potty breaks and whatnot.
Nice.
It's really up to whatever the owner wants.
Yeah.
I go based on that pretty much.
Yeah, I think that's what's really cool about being like a small business owner, is you can be nimble.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you want me to stop by 3 times a day? Of course I'll do that.
Yeah, whatever you want to do,
problem.
I'm open.
Nice. So you wanted to be a vet when you were a kid.
Yes.
Was it just like this? What kind of deterred you from that?
I don't know. Honestly, I just got into like really any job I can get into back in the day. So, and I was more like, I liked working outside more, like gardening and things like that. And so I got more into that as the years went on.
Nice.
And then now I'm back pet sitting.
Love that. And this is your full-time job? You pet sit through the neighborhood?
Yeah, I pet full-time right now.
Do you also do like plant sitting?
I have, yes.
Okay, because that's a whole thing too, like pets and plants. Like,
yeah, I have plant sit for maybe like 5 neighbors.
that's awesome. It's a thing because like I love my pets, but like I also really love my plants.
Same.
Like a lot.
Yes.
And I always get nervous leaving because like no one's gonna care for them like I do, but like like with your pets too, like our dog is our baby.
Yes.
So leaving is always kind of makes us anxious, and she's a runner, so like we're like, you gotta keep the door locked, you gotta she eats at this time, she's gotta take her meds, like all the things. But same thing with my plants. I'm like, you gotta water this one this way, and you gotta do this that way, which is it's a whole thing. Because I think when you leave your home, especially in a neighborhood like Easton Park where everybody's kind of works from home, you really don't need to leave the neighborhood a whole lot, like for
very true.
most things. And like, so when you do leave, it's different, you gotta leave your little pet behind.
I know.
Stressful.
Yeah. I've pet sit for like 2 weeks before.
Really?
A lot of people go on trips out of country, and so I get to grow like really good bonds with these animals.
Nice. And I'm sure that the animals, like when you come in, they're like, yay!
Yeah, we have a really good time, and it's sad leaving them sometimes because I grow like such an amazing bond with all the animals that I watch, especially with my boyfriend. When we board at home, I mean, they kind of gravitate towards him.
Aww.
Yeah, they love him. I don't know what it is with the men, but most of the dogs that come over love him. And then, we have Lucy, and she just adds more fun into the boarding.
Yeah, so your dog Lucy's at home.
Yes.
And when you have pups come over, like, I'm sure she loves it. It's
absolutely loves it.
So much fun.
Yes. She's 11 months now. She'll be 1 year.
Excuse me. Sorry.
No, you're fine. She'll be 1 year on October 30th. So she's a Halloween baby.
Oh, that's so cute. What is she going to be for Halloween?
I have no idea. She's a mini poodle, so she's not that big. I want to
dress her up.
Yeah, dress her up and go on the Wicked Walk.
Yeah.
And get to meet all the other pups and whatnot, because we don't have any kids, so now we have a little baby.
Yeah. It's like having a kid. I mean, I don't know. We don't have kids either, and I'm sure people with kids are like, it is not like having a kid.
It is definitely like having a kid. 100%.
Like, especially the puppy phase. Like, I don't know. Puppies are hard, and you forget, which I don't know. Like, it's never easy with a puppy, and they're bad and they want to rip stuff up.
Honestly, she was the easiest puppy I've ever had in my life.
Really?
She never tore into anything.
Okay.
No cords, nothing. She trained herself.
Okay.
She loves her crate. She's potty trained.
She's very cute.
Yeah.
We're looking at a picture of her right now. Her eyes are like, they almost look like cartoon eyes.
I call her eyes crazy eyes.
Yeah, they're a little crazy.
She definitely has the crazy eyes.
I like them though.
Yes.
It's like, are they green?
They were bright blue and now
Okay.
they're green. They turn colors. She gets like,
She's cute.
yeah, kind of like hazily eyes.
Yeah. I love that. How long have you had her?
We got her
a year?
2 days after our chocolate lab passed. So that was in January 9th. No, January 11th we got her.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Whoa.
Yeah.
Look at those.
Yeah, those are the crazy eyes. That's
She's
the
so
puppy.
cute.
Yeah, she's been so amazing for us and we're glad to have her.
That's great.
Very,
So
very glad.
people in the neighborhood that want to use your services, how do they find you? How do they book you?
So I get a lot of referrals.
Okay.
And then I also post every work Wednesday on all the groups.
Great.
And then I have my phone number connected. So, if anybody rather text me instead of messaging me, because, Facebook Messenger can be a little crazy sometimes. But yeah, usually just text message, whatever. I usually get it and reply pretty immediately.
Nice. And are you, you're taking on new clients right now?
Yeah.
Great.
Every day, all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if you have, I guess if you're you could have a pup at home that you're watching and do overnights because your boyfriend helps you.
Well, I don't, well, Lucy, having her at home, yes, but I won't ever board a dog and do overnights at the same time. Yeah.
Got you. So you're kind of primary caretaker of the pets.
Yes. Yeah.
Got you. Nice. And so, so you're posting, we're looking right now on Facebook. You post on Facebook, people can call or text you. Mm-hmm. Do you kind of do like a meet and greet first with the pets and, make sure everything's good?
Yeah. I try to, meet and greet every single animal, especially the ones that I'm boarding in home.
Sure.
Just so, we can get accustomed to them and Lucy as well. Cause she's just a puppy, but, also I do it if I'm doing overnights at your house too. You never know how the pups are going to be. Sure. Who is this person coming into my home?
Right.
So I want to get them acclimated to my smells and whatnot before I go and sit.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And so dogs are I don't know. I think most people, or at least I do, I think about dogs first, but you do cats and.
Yes. I've pet sit a few cats.
Okay.
But not too many.
Yeah, cats are usually fine.
Yeah,
right?
cats
they
are
do their
just
thing.
Usually drop-ins, just can you go change the litter and feed them but that's pretty much it for the kitties.
Nice. Yeah, and then what other pets have you sat for? Hamsters?
Just birds.
Birds?
Never hamsters, no, but some people in the neighborhood have birds. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Birds, and I, do the plants, house sitting.
Yeah.
But whatever the owner needs, I can kind of work around that.
Yeah.
Especially if they're going to be gone long. I'm just pet sitting. I can, take out the garbage. I like cleaning up a little bit.
Okay.
And, just so that, you can come home and from a long trip and be settled.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. So it's pet sitting plus.
Yeah, I'm a pet sitting plus.
I love that. Yeah, and I think that's great because, when you do come back from a vacation or work trip or whatever, it's you want to come back to a clean house.
Yeah.
And not with cat, we used to have cats. I don't know that we'll do cats again, but the litter box is always a thing.
Yeah.
And then there's litter you just don't want to come back to that, to have to clean or to tidy up. So I think that's really cool. And to know that your plants are going to be fine and live.
Yeah.
So you've been in Easton Park for how long?
I think about 3.5 years.
Okay.
I started pet sitting pretty immediately.
Okay.
I think 2021 we moved here.
Love that. And what's your favorite part about Easton Park?
Oh my gosh, everything.
Yeah?
Honestly, the food truck now, the Treehouse Park it's called, it's just amazing. I've met so many people.
Yeah.
Just going and getting a coffee. Absolutely love Cenizo.
Yeah.
They're, oh my gosh, Nancy and Harrison are so amazing.
Shout out.
Everybody loves them. But yeah, and just the trails, being able to have somewhere to walk your pets,
Yeah.
it's just awesome.
Yeah. What about like back to Treehouse Park? Like, have you tried the Thai food truck yet?
Oh my goodness, yes.
It's so good.
It is so very, very good.
Yeah.
Very authentic, very, very good.
And the lady that runs it, I can't remember her name, but she's like a sweetheart.
Yeah, they're all very, very nice.
Yeah.
Very sweet people. The food is absolutely amazing. Love the pad thai.
Yeah, the pad thai's very good. They have the crab rangoons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I haven't tried them yet.
Try them if you like crab. I mean, they're very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Easton Park is so great, and oh, there it is. What is the name of it, Steve? Okay, we don't know the name, but it's the Thai food truck
with the flavors of Thailand. It's right there. Do you see the first line? Macon. I can't see really.
I need new contacts. I can't see
me
that
too.
far. I'm like, oh, there we go.
Macon
Taken.
Yes.
Yeah, go check them out. They're really, really good. And their crab rangoons are delicious. And the pad thai and everything I've gotten there has been really good. In the flauta place, the El Paso
Oh, yeah.
flauta.
I think I've had them once. And their flautas were amazing.
Yeah, very, very good. I'm stealing this from my friend Emily, who she said, like, if you get the number 2, they're the beef flautas, and then you pour like hot, very hot, like tomato sauce on it, and then cheese. And she said she was eating it, and she was like, "This is like my new grilled cheese and like tomato soup." Like,
ooh, I gotta try it.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And now that it's getting cooler outside, like, because we would go eat in the middle of the summer. I mean, it is hot. Like,
yeah,
like oven hot. It's not spicy, but I think that's what makes it so good is the whatever that hot tomato stuff that you put on it, and you're just like, oh my god,
I'm gonna have to try that.
It's very, very good.
Sounds so good.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really good thing that we have the food truck park or Treehouse Park, and it's kind of like a testament to Easton Park in a way, in that like there's so many small businesses here. You really don't have to leave.
Yes,
which is, I don't know if that's like, I mean, I think it's good. It's
I love it.
Like. One of us, we're in this little bubble, but like, you want a massage, you can get a massage here, down the street. Walk to the food trucks, walk to the dog park. Are there still women that cook? Like, there's a woman who used to cook food and deliver enchiladas, I think.
She still does that. Yeah, I've seen her. I think, is her name Esmeralda?
Yeah.
I see her post pretty frequently. So yeah, she's still doing that.
People rave about her food.
And then we have the bakers.
Oh,
some
bakers
in the neighborhood. They're amazing. I know Mandy does baking, and then there's another woman. I forget what her name is, but she does the cinnamon rolls and the pumpkin bread.
What?
Oh my gosh, the pumpkin bread is to die for.
Okay,
so amazing, so good. Even Lucy loves it. I share.
Really?
It with her. Yes.
Oh my! Lucy.
She loves it.
That's awesome. What else? I mean, there's so many other things. You can get your hair cut here. What?
Zara Saldana. And that's the pumpkin bread.
That's beautiful.
It is so tasty.
What? It's sourdough pumpkin bread? Steve, can you make an order real quick? That looks really good.
It is very, very good. And then Julie, Julie, she does the King's chocolates. She's been around for a very long time.
This is what I love. I love this just like micro economy that we have here, that we can all like rely on each other. And I think this really came out of COVID because and I think it's a very creative, very entrepreneurial neighborhood, and there's businesses big and small and everything in between. But I love this like home business, like baking and arts. There's a girl down in Bryant Park that does like paper or wooden flowers or something. I think it's Kaylee.
I think I've seen
beautiful stuff. It's just like the creativity is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
I love entrepreneurship. I'm very passionate about it, and watching it on a micro scale is just, it's so fun. And you have to have a supportive community to lift it up. And so like with what you're doing, and the other pet sitters in the neighborhood, we had Daniela.
She's amazing.
We love her. And she's like, and she said the same thing. We were talking before this about, look, there's no competition. Like,
none at all. Yeah.
I want to help people with their pets. I want to collaborate with other people. And Daniela had the same.
It's awesome to be able to collaborate with, other people that are doing some of the same things you are,
Yeah.
So it's
in any industry, it's hard, owning a business, no matter what size, no matter what you do, is hard. You've got to keep your clients happy. You have to have money coming in to keep doing it. You have to be I don't mean competitive like in a sense of like taking clients from other people, but you have to be competitive with your pricing. You have, you have to market, you have to be strategic. And on the super small business side, you yourself is like a solopreneur. You wear all the hats. Like, and I'm sure you get your boyfriend to help you with a lot of the stuff, but exactly.
Some of the hard stuff.
Yeah. Do the hard stuff, but you have to do it all, and then not only do you do it all, and then you have to actually go like perform the service.
Yeah.
And you have to do a great job at that, especially in an economy like this little micro economy, because word spreads fast.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I love what I do. I absolutely love. I think it was because of COVID. I started doing this in the neighborhood. There was just so many people that needed help, and it's something that I loved. So I was like, why not? And, I can make some money and do what I love, and it's been amazing ever since. I've met some amazing people that I call like family now. Yeah. So, I mean, Easton Park is just, ever since we moved here, it's an amazing neighborhood. Yeah. Amazing community.
I love the community.
Events are so much fun that you guys put together.
Yeah. It's a like, I love Easton Park. Yeah. It's such an interesting, like, eclectic group of people. I love the diversity. I love the growth. It's very creative. And, there's just the community itself. We've done a lot of these conversations with people that live in the neighborhood. And when you say, what's your favorite thing about Easton Park? Like almost everyone says community. Yeah. And, everyone's like, this is going to sound really cheesy, but it's the community. And I think that there's so many little pockets of community. There's all the clubs, and there's, like you said, the events that we do, and that the HOA puts on. And, Steve used to joke, I don't know if you remember Colette, but Colette was Paul before Paul, the community kind of director, or the activity director. Sorry, Paul, if I'm butchering your title, but we love Paul.
I know, I love Paul.
But Steve used to joke, he'd be like, we're like, Colette would do all these little activations, and like the people that live in Easton Park were like her Sims. It's, we're like Paul's little Sims, and they're like, concert, everyone goes, food truck stuff, everyone goes. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been so much fun.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
What else is happening in Easton Park?
Are they building a new dog park? Or like, I know that they've been supposedly supposed to do that for like years.
We bought back in 2016. We moved in 2018, which was when our house was ready. And the story of the dog park and HEB and where all the stuff was going to be.
Oh, the HEB. Oh my goodness.
Has been changed for however, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. But I think that, my favorite thing about Easton Park right now, we have our nephews come. They're 2 and 4. They're with us like every other weekend, sometimes every third weekend. And they love to go hunting for new parks.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. There's parks everywhere in this neighborhood.
It's so cool. We found one, and we just like, they're like, they call me Auntie Atoli. They're like, Auntie Atoli, can we go drive around for the parks? And I'm like, yes. And we found the one. I don't even know where it is. It's like in the new area, but it's like a music park. It has like a drum, like a drum set on part of it, and it has 2 slides that go down, and then there's like a really cool xylophone. And
in Prospect?
I think so. It's very small, and then there's these like lions and little cubs, like, and we were just like, we found it. We were like, oh my goodness, and they loved it. It's so cool. And then the Skyline Park is obviously amazing. Like, so cool. I'm surprised that a dad or an uncle that might have had too much to drink one night has not like gone down that slide and like just broken through the side of it.
I won't go down because it's terrifying.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. The boys they climb up there. Briggs and Sutton's too. And like watching him climb up, I'm like a person who like whatever architect built that playground, I'm like, they don't have children because like there's like a fire pole like 2 stories up. You're like, what stops a kid from just like falling off? I don't know if I don't think there's been any accidents, but watching him go up, and then I mean he's just a little guys too,
I know I've been in there. I was gonna climb up, but it's too much.
Scary. Those kids are like launching themselves up there though, and then they throw themselves down the slide, and you're like, then they want to do it again.
3-story slide.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I love it. And the splash pad's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It was a good half step because people talk about a lot of people, what else, what does Easton Park need next? Like, I'll ask you, what do you think Easton Park needs?
That's a good question. I don't know. Probably like, I know there's a gas station being built.
Yeah.
But there was already one on Thaxton. Maybe like a grocery store. I would love Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
I signed a petition for Trader Joe's to
come here.
Yes.
That would be, I love Trader Joe's.
Me too.
I do. But I love H-E-B. Like, an H-E-B would be fine.
H-E-B would be perfect. Any kind of grocery store I'd be.
Trader Joe's would be amazing.
That would be very nice. We don't get too much of that stuff over here.
Not yet. I think it's just it's such a real estate play, and I think H-E-B is like so smart when it comes to like where they put their stores and what goes in them, and they just need more people.
Yeah.
You know, which I think is why it took a long time for like the commercial side to get here. Because, you know, there was way back in the day when it was just Nob Hill and Bryant Park, neighbors would be like, hey, let's get together and make a coffee shop. And you start thinking about it and you're like, and like Siniso obviously did that very successfully.
Yes.
But when there was only Bryant Park and Nob Hill and the neighborhood across the street hadn't been built, and you're like, are people going to go, like, how are you going to stay in business? There's just not enough traffic, but now there is.
Yeah, but I mean, you've seen the trucks, you know, come in and out, the food trucks, you know, just because it's not like steady business.
Right.
Like, but I think Siniso is going to always do amazing.
We love Siniso. I'm convinced that they put something in that coffee.
It's so good.
Like, I wake up wanting it. Like,
I know, me too.
Craving it. And we'll go through like phases where we'll do like everyday coffee. You know, Steve will be like, okay, I'm going over there. And then we'll be like, we got to stop. We got to like, I'm not sleep. You know, there's a couple times where you go twice a day and then you don't sleep, you know, because you're just like, zzz.
It's strong.
Yeah, it's so
nice.
good.
I love it. I my signature drink is the London Fog.
Okay. What's a London Fog?
It's black tea.
Okay.
And then they put their honey lavender mix in there.
Okay.
And then it's, I add cinnamon, but it comes with whole milk as well.
Okay.
It's so tasty. It's
you got to keep the whole milk. Is that like the key?
Unless you want, you know, people like their oat milks and whatnot, but it comes with whole milk.
Okay. And do you get it with whole milk? Is that? I'll try that. That sounds really, really good.
It's like a perfect like fall winter drink.
Okay.
Perfect. It's so tasty.
I love that. I really like. I try to get off. It was so like trendy to do like the pumpkin spice back in the day, but I'm like, I'm too old. I don't know. I feel like it feels just too trendy for me. So
I tried it and I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah, pumpkin. You like the pumpkin? Is it pumpkin or is it like the spice part that you don't like?
I don't know. I love pumpkin.
Okay.
I love it. I love the flavor. It's so good. But the pumpkin spice, it just wasn't doing it for me this year.
Yeah, I haven't connected with it in a long time. What's the drink that Siniso has that's green and purple?
The matcha.
But what's the purple part? Because it looks, every time I'm like, how do I order that?
I know it's the matcha, but I'm not sure.
I love their matcha too. Like it's.
I'm not a big fan of matcha, but I've never had theirs.
It's really good.
Theirs is probably really good.
Yeah, it's it doesn't. I feel like sometimes matcha has that like kind of bitter taste.
That's why
the end.
I don't like it.
Theirs doesn't at all, and I don't know what they do. Yeah, that. What is that?
I'm guessing it's like some type of lavender.
It's gotta have the lavender situation, right? It looks amazing, and I like the matcha because it's not. I don't know. I'm making this up, but I'm
Have
pretty
you got
sure.
any of their merch?
Oh, I think we have a hat.
Yeah, lavender latte.
Honey lavender latte.
That
Dang, Nancy coming up with all the creative stuff.
I know. I think I'm gonna have to try that.
Yep. Yeah, that looks really, really good. And an orange peel.
And they deliver. If you guys didn't know, they deliver on toast.
I was down at the Union, liking what I was doing, craving Siniso, but I couldn't go. Then my friend said, they deliver now, don't you know?
Oh, yes.
I get a lot of deliveries when I'm too tired to get up.
Yeah. Yeah, and that gets you up, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yes.
you got Nancy coming to your door. That's the best.
Yes.
Nancy's come over here a couple times in the morning with some coffee, and we're like, Nancy, you want to come in? She's like, no, I
said,
gotta go
Nancy,
work."
just drop off the coffee and ring the doorbell and you can go. I know you got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's so cool. I love supporting Easton Park owned businesses and, you know, watching Siniso grow. Your company's grown. Daniela's doing great. Sierra. Do you know Sierra down in, she's in Bryant Park. She's helped us with Kate a lot. She's absolutely wonderful. She does a lot of dog walking.
Okay.
And just, I think it's just really cool. There's a level of trust, when you're working with your neighbors.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna see them at Saniso. You're going to see them at the pool. You're going to see them at the parks. Like, you got to do a good job.
Yeah, I always tell them thank you for trusting me because, you're
Yeah.
just having a random person in your home and giving them your door code. You just, it's
Right.
a different level of trust, and I'm thankful for it.
Yeah. Well, and it's such an easy trust to break. You
Yeah,
know? And
absolutely.
So, and like to understand that responsibility. Like one of our clients is here in Easton Park, and they live here in Nob Hill, and it's like they happen to be one of our favorite clients just because they're very cool. Like we really like them and their team.
Yeah.
But like the level of accountability that I feel to them is like, because we see them all the time, and we got to do a good job, because if we don't, like, we will see them, and it's I never want to like be like, oh my gosh, I didn't do what I was gonna say I was gonna do, or mistakes are always gonna happen.
Absolutely.
Like, you can't, I'm not saying that you have to do, that anyone can do a perfect job every time, but there's just a level of like responsibility and accountability to your neighbors that I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. I try to go above and beyond.
Yeah. And people notice, and it's like, and I think with pets, it's such an interesting, it's like babies. Like,
Yeah.
They know. Like, I feel like pets know good people, and then the pet parents are gonna know if like something was weird, or like it didn't, whatever.
They come home and the dog's all like,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's been amazing. I haven't dealt with any scared dogs, really, I don't think. I mean, maybe like the first day they're a little iffy.
Sure.
But they pretty much open up very fast, and it's such a fun job to have because you get to just play,
Yeah.
You're just playing all day with these little puppies. And
So cute.
yeah, I mean, I've grown such a bond with some of these dogs.
Yeah.
And it's, it's sad to see them come and go, and, I've lost some, and so it's sad, but it's like, it's life.
Yeah, it is. It's, so Kate, our dog, is getting older. She'll be 12 next year, and she's a St. Bernard, so that's old.
I mean, but that's amazing. She's old, and
she's kicking it. But she's got some stuff going on, and we had to stop the walks with Sierra, and Sierra was like, no, but she's gonna think I abandoned her. Like, can I just come see her? And we're like, of course, but or she's like, can we just I can take her to my house and just keep her calm. Which we haven't done yet because we just needed things to stable out, and it has. But she's like, I love her so much, and she's super bonded. It's just like one of those things where you're just like, I would imagine you fall in love with these pets.
Yeah, I'm like, can they just come over today and hang out for a little bit?
You're like, can I just come see your pet for a little bit? What is it like watching birds?
Well, that's only like at their house, and it's kind of like just feed them, and I don't really interact.
Okay.
Some birds are a little,
Birds.
They're like with one person.
Yeah, don't they very much
Yeah, like they
bond?
bond with like one person, and it's just a weird thing. But I've always wanted a bird.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up next to my aunt and uncle, and they always had a cockatiel bird. And they live forever. Like, birds live a really long time.
Yes.
And that my uncle David, and I think growing up he had parrots. Like, he always had birds. But I watched, do you remember that really old movie called The Birds?
Oh my gosh, my older sister was terrified of that movie.
Yeah, it freaked me out.
Terrified.
It always had, who was in that movie? Was it
I don't
Hepburn?
remember the actors, but I just remember that my older sister was
Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Who is that lady?
right there on the bottom to the left.
Yeah, what's her name? Tippi Hedren. That was the scariest flippin' movie when I was a kid. And so, my Uncle David always had the bird, and it lived in their kitchen. It was in this big cage that they had. And, it was always and it talked, it would, mimic. I don't know. It's not like a parrot, but, it could say certain words. Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh.
It's so funny because this movie never scared me.
It never scared you? Mm-mm. It never scared you when the birds were attacking the car? Look,
it's just not that because it's.
The seagulls.
I love scary movies.
Okay.
So
look, they just attacked him. It's just terrifying.
It's just so much older. It's funny. It's hilarious to me. Like why are these birds doing? Look,
It's like they're
it's just-
rabid.
yes.
Oh, Tippy. See, it's horrifying. Anyway, so I watched this at the same time. I was very young.
Yeah.
And then my uncle had that bird, and I just never like connected to birds. But people that have their bird, like, it's a situation. There's a guy, I haven't seen him walk with the bird lately, and I don't know. I don't even want to ask. But like, he used to walk with his colorful little parrot on
Aw.
his shoulder, and like I haven't seen him in a while. And maybe I've just missed him. But I hope
Yeah.
to whoever you are, I hope your bird's okay.
Yes.
But yeah, it's birds are different beast.
Yeah, my boyfriend's parents had one. How many years? 30 years, right? An African gray? 34
An
years.
African gray.
34 years.
Is that a parrot? What's an African gray?
It looks like a parrot, but they're gray. They're dark.
Can
They're
you pull
dark
one
gray.
up, Steve? An African gray.
They're dark gray birds.
Do they talk?
She spoke both languages.
English and Spanish.
What?
Yes, that's exactly what she
Oh,
looked
so it's
like.
a gray parrot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They have unique tails too at the end. They're colorful.
Yeah.
What? Let's take a look at that.
She
Oh, cool.
She would take food out of his mom's mouth. she loved it.
That's super cool. Oh, he's got like a red tail.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I think with any pet, right? Like, you have a pet for, like, I had cats. I had 3 cats, and they all lived to be about 18. And, like, a bird that, how like you said, 30 years old. Like, you have a bird for 30 years. Like, that's so hard. It's like losing a family member.
Yeah, they were very, very sad about it.
Yeah. And not that, like, losing a dog that lives, 4, 5, 12, whatever years is different, or losing any pet at any time is hard.
Yeah.
But, like, 30 years?
It's crazy.
Dang.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, you lose a piece of yourself with that.
Absolutely.
Especially an animal that talks to you. Mm-hmm. Like, Steve says cats smell. They do. But I loved my cats. I had 3 cats for, like I said, they were all 18-ish when they died.
Oh,
And,
wow. They had good lives.
They had good
very
lives.
long
Yeah.
lives.
But it's, I mean, it was hard, even though it's coming, you're just like,
You never think it's actually going to come. You're
Yeah,
like,
you
it's just
don't.
something they say,
yeah, like, I could never imagine my life without them. And then suddenly you're like, oh, buddies.
Yeah,
like,
now I'm like, what am I going to do?
what do you do?
What
It's
am I going to
quiet.
do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Our chocolate lab passed 2 days after my birthday.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And we got Lucy 2 days after that.
yeah.
And it was honestly the best idea that we could have done
Yeah.
because
Mask
coming
the
home
pain.
and just being, it's just so quiet.
Mhm.
It's insane. He was a quiet dog, but it's just, you're not hearing the little tippy taps on the
clicks,
floor.
yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, yeah, we need
Yeah.
something in here to.
And the routine of like feeding and watering and all of that. We did that. Steve had a Bernese Mountain Dog that moved here to Texas with him from Colorado, and she passed. And within a couple of weeks, we got Kate. Mm-hmm. And then we had a dog pass this year in February, also another Saint Bernard. And
Yeah, I'm so sorry
it's
to hear
horrible.
that.
It's horrible. But I think we're gonna take a break after Kate for a little
Yeah.
while and just like, which is hard. We say that now. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
When the time comes. Hopefully not anytime soon. But
No, definitely.
but yeah, no, the sounds and the routine, like, it's tough. They become part of you.
They're part of our schedule, literally.
Yeah. So we're looking at your LinkedIn right now.
LinkedIn.
You got 2 jobs. What are you doing? You're a business owner and you're an account manager.
So my account managing is for Garibay Ventures. That's
Okay.
my boyfriend, Anthony Garibay. He has
There's
his
a
own
cartoon of him.
Yes. His own consulting business kind of. He mostly does like works with VC firms,
Okay.
and he helps them to grow their business
Love
by
it.
bringing in different leads and such. He's
Generating leads for
Yeah.
new business or for businesses.
yeah, pretty much. He's helped grow companies millions and millions of dollars. So I mean, he's absolutely amazing, and I just kind of help him with whatever he needs on the side because it's a small team.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that little side business from my
From your thing.
pet stuff.
And his
Yeah.
side business is your pet stuff. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
He's like, "Am I gonna get paid $5?"
Yeah. Maybe. I'll tip you.
Maybe a tip. Maybe
I'll
a
tip you.
tip.
Steve and I work together full time. We've been doing it now for, I think it'll be 2 years next year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's great. It's really great.
Yeah.
You know, it's you trust your partner. You trust, you know, the person that you chose to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah, that's why I like
your business.
helping him, and he helps me. It's nice, especially since you can, you know, you trust that person. You don't have to worry about anything happening or
Right.
any crazy stuff. So it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It can, you know, for us, we're still struggling with finding boundaries of like when you stop working.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, even when you don't work together, that's what you talk about, right? You come home from work or you stop your work day, even if you're not working together, and you're like, oh, how's your day? And, you know, get into the work drama and the work stuff. And
Definitely.
it's just hard to stop that when, you know, you're working on the same project and same business, but it's fun. It's really fun.
It's a lot of fun, yeah. Especially being with someone you love.
Yeah. It's the best.
Yes, absolutely.
Your best friend, your love, your business partner, all the things.
And he loves dogs too. So we just, it's like we aren't, we don't have kids right now. So the dogs are our kids. Like we bring in the pups like they're our animals.
Babies.
Yeah, like they're our babies. And it's just, it's nice. It's a very, very good time, fun time.
I love it.
Yeah.
My grandma Pena, my dad's mom, always had pets, loved her pets, and they had kids because I'm her son's daughter, but she loved those pets a lot. Like I was there, I was in high school and I drove over to see them. They lived on the south side of San Antonio, and I walked in, it smelled so good. She's always cooking something, but I walked in and I was like, "Oh, Grandma, what are you making?" And she's like, "Well, I'm making ribs." I was like, "Sounds great." And she's like, "Well, they're for the dogs."
Oh.
And she's like, "I'll make you a grilled cheese sandwich." And I was like, "Grandma, come on.
I'll take one of those ribs.
Yeah, but like she's like, "It's cold outside. We gotta get them fat, you know, so that they feel good." And but yeah, I mean that was the thing is like there's just a certain subset of people that like there's people who have pets and they like them and you know they love them, but then there's like you're like these are our babies, like
Yeah,
you know there's it's huge. It's like a huge part of your life, and we're very much the same way. And I really I'm a big believer of like if you're gonna get a pet, like you're responsible for that being. You know, the vet, the medicine, food, like good food, like
absolutely
making sure it doesn't get out, making sure it doesn't get hurt, making sure it's trained well, like all the things. Do you do dog training too?
Actually, I do.
Okay.
So me and Anthony really want to get a canine, a Doberman in the future. Just for like house protection and everything. Because when we had 4, he was a big dog. He'd bark at everything. Like if at night, if he heard something, he's barking. So we were never like really worried about
someone coming in.
Yeah, and so we've just been doing training research training. On YouTube and everything for a while now, and I try to incorporate that into my pet sitting and stuff too because. Not a lot of owners know that, you know, like their dogs aren't supposed to be doing a certain thing, or some owners are like, I don't want my dog doing this, but I don't know what to do. Yeah. So I try to incorporate some type of training, especially, you know, there's a whole ton of rescues in this neighborhood. So
there are.
Just, you know, not too many people have time to do training all day. So I like to incorporate it. And I also ask, you know, because some people I'm not trying to impose on your life and everything. So I'll ask and be like, is it okay if I do bring treats and do a little training or whatnot? And usually they're okay with that.
Yeah, that's great. I think it's important. You know, we've always had big dogs, and Steve is better at the training than me because I'm like, you're so cute. You don't have to, you know, but like he's like, no, Nicole, you got to be consistent. But with the size of the dogs that we had, especially Luna, who's passed, but she was, I think at her biggest, she was like over 150 pounds. Yeah. So it's like we had to have, and she was the sweetest dog, but like, she didn't know how big she was.
I know, she was so big. I remember the first time I met her, she jumped on the couch with me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you're so big.
Yeah, she's probably bigger than you. Like, she's a big old dog, and like, you just can't not have control of that animal for them, you know, for their safety and for, you know, the safety of other people, because they don't know, you know, and they're usually it's not like danger because they're mad or whatever. Like, at least our dogs have never known danger to be like aggressive, but they're just so big.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
They are big babies.
Big old babies.
Mm-hmm.
So Maria, tell me one more time, for everyone in the neighborhood who either they don't know you yet or they're looking for a pet sitter, like what's the best way to reach out to you? And can you just like give me an overview of everything that you offer?
Sure. So I offer boarding, which is going to be at my house, and that is $70 a night. For cats, dogs, I do both.
Okay.
And then I also do overnights at the neighbors' homes, which is $120 a night. And then I do dog walking, which is 15 minutes for $20 and 30 minutes for $35. I base all my prices off of Rover. I know they're a little bit more expensive, but I pride myself in what I do, and I think I do an amazing job. Yeah, and I live in UPE, so I'm very close. I'm right in the middle, right by the Union, and in the middle of everybody. And
what's the best way for people to find you?
The best way to get in contact with me would be my phone number, which is, can I give my phone number?
Yeah, of course.
512-809-9960. And you can text me, call me. I'm on Facebook as well, Maria Glaister. And you'll see me on there. I'm usually on there every day. And yeah, you can message, text me, call me. I'm always open and I'm always around to answer. Unless it's a spam call.
Of course.
I won't answer those.
Of course.
But
and you're taking on new clients right now?
I take on new clients every day, all day.
Okay.
But yeah, my October's almost full, so if you need me, text me.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Maria, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so
today.
much for having me. I had such an amazing time.
Yeah, me too. And if you need a pet sitter, highly recommend Maria.
Here.
All right.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.